Okay, hello, this is Prin 17 2003 coming to you on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2011. Um, Sorry for the background noise right now, but I have a busy neighborhood today for some reason. I just watched the GDC keynote from Satoru Iwata, CEO of Nintendo. It was amazing, I gotta say. Really enthusiastic approach he tried to give for developers. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what he said. Basically, he was trying to tell all developers to work together. That was the crux of his argument he was trying to put forth. He was talking about the last 25 years in the industry, giving his personal account, um, talking about how expensive the industry is now, uh, on making games for consoles and portables. He was talking about the social aspect of gaming, how it's exploded with social networking. He actually gave a few nods to Microsoft and Sony a few times, and also the makers of Call of Duty. He was impressed by how people still play World of Warcraft all these years. Um, he talked about how Retro is going to be talking to the developers these few days, because they're going to have a keynote tomorrow, talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns. He brought up Kirby and how Miyamoto helped him, fashion the first Kirby game. Helped HAL Laboratory. Um, Anecdotal, you know, funny story about how America changed the color of Kirby from pink to white on the box. I thought that was pretty funny. Um, let's see. He believes the 3DS is the next must-have device. Um, Iwata saying the company in the building, in the official Nintendo building, has been, playing around with the whole connectivity uh, aspect of the 3DS. They go around exchanging data. Um, Reggie came up on stage and talked about how Nintendo announced a Netflix service for the 3DS. You can do it in conjunction with your Wii or any other service, device, I guess. And they're talking about you're eventually gonna watch 3D movies on your 3DS. There's and also there's gonna be movie trailers. They're trying to get studios to you know get some distribution rights on there and stuff like that. There's gonna be some original content on there, um, talking about some maybe even comedy music videos, and also stuff from Nintendo themselves. They hinted at a video recording kind of thing going on with the 3DS, but it's nothing confirmed. So they're talking about they're going to update that later. Might check that out probably at E3. Um, Reggie continued with the whole Street Pass and Spot Pass stuff. Because remember how Europe and Japan got to try the 3DS, you know, uh, before us. Well, it's finally coming here. AT&T, they're going to be setting up Wi-Fi hotspots uh, at the in May, so, to use for 3DS. There's going to be restaurants, bookstores, airports, and more. At the end of May, access to the eShop and play online, download content, and more are finally going to be out. Um, that eShop is going to support DSiWare, Game Boy Color games, and it also is going to include Game Gear and TG16, TurboGrafx 16 games. And they're bringing out this new platform called 3D Classics, where they're kind of remaking old games. I kind of believe one of those categories will be the Virtual Boy games. I kind of want that to happen because I want to play those Virtual Boy games I never got to play, but not in the whole red and black color scheme. Obviously, they'll be remastered. Um, you'll be able to download those DSiWare games, and you'll have the ability to transfer DSiWare games from your old DSi onto your new 3DS. Of course, you already knew they were going to have a web browser. So moving on, Iwata, he came back after Reggie was done. He talked about the challenges of 3D, movement in Mario, and how the 3DS really can help with this idea that jumping into particular things could be more simple. So he brought out a little tease of a new Super Mario Brothers game on the 3DS. It was shown a logo with a little tail on it, kind of Tanuki suit tail thing kind of going on. But they'll have more details on that at E3. So Miyamoto is working on some kind of project for the Zelda 25th anniversary. I'm kind of hoping that they don't do the kind of same thing that they did with Super Mario Brothers 25th anniversary, because that was kind of a letdown. But whatever. They showed a new Skyward Sword trailer, I guess you could say, or maybe you could say tease. Now, for some reason, my internet seemed to go out at that very moment when they were showing it. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see it, but I'll probably see it later on today. But I got the details of it. Link is like doing a few of the same things he did at that, trailer back at E3 2010. Like there's a spider fight. He's hitting a door. Um, he's like looking at a clock tower. There's a lava battle, giant enemy with a shield. Stuff like that. Obviously, the puzzles. There's always puzzles in Zelda, and a skull enemy with 4 swords. But what's interesting, there's this new character. It seems a bit mysterious. I don't know. Iwata was talking about the industry is basically lost its craftsmanship over the years, and I can definitely kind of see that in other companies, not Nintendo, obviously. It's like he was talking about, it's pretty hard today in the industry for you know workers, because they have specific jobs and they don't really collaborate on different aspects of a game. Uh, and like he continues with the whole social aspect of gaming, talking about how basically these mobile apps and little social network games can't really compare to the real games that we play on consoles or the PC. Um, so he was talking about they have no plans to bring their titles to other platforms. They are game creators first, but they are hardware manufacturers second. So I thought that was a good push, because a few people have been trying to get Nintendo out of the business for many years now. So because they might not like their hardware, but they like their software. Um, but anyway, ultimately they were saying, like we can learn from each other, trust your passion, believe in your dream. So my thoughts on it, it started great, like the whole keynote speech. He was very calm. I really didn't see any, mistakes that he made. Um, and Reggie, he really brought out the thunder in the booming voice and gave a lot of big hints on the whole eShop thing. I'm very, very impressed with the Netflix announcement and the 3D movies. Oh, that's going to be amazing. I'm probably going to download some when they eventually bring them out. I'm very thrilled. I'm even more thrilled for the 3DS right now, but kind of saddened because it's like almost, less than a month away. That's like seems like an eternity. So that's it for me today. Kitties, kiss and cry, baby.